Hey, everybody, welcome to the daily update. Why am I yelling? I always yell. Hey, everybody, welcome to the daily update for Monday, April 20th, 2026. Happy Monday. Some quick housekeeping. First of all, no daily update on Thursday. I will be traveling. I always say it takes either a wedding or a funeral to get me east of Vegas. Unfortunately, this time it's a funeral. Next piece of business is look, I know that you're here for the market, and I respect that, and I never want to take advantage of that. So I rarely cross post here at the Lund Loop. But if you know me, those who know me know that in addition to being a trader, I am also a writer and a huge book nerd. So I've taken those last two things and I've launched a new project called The Bibliophile. What is The Bibliophile? Well, I'll let you read it right here. Basically, it's a new Substack. It's all about books. No reviews, not a journal of what I'm reading. I hate those. Like, oh, let me tell you about Wuthering Heights. It's about the world of books. It's some short vignettes, some curated stories. I think you'll like it even if you don't like books. So I'm going to put a link below the video where you can check it out. I will send one email tonight, just one email, very short. It will have the link to it. You can subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, send it to someone who's bookish. All right. There's the end of the cross promotion. Let's get to the markets because, man, these markets, I'll tell you, bad news. We were not able to go up 14 days in a row on the Qs. I'm sorry, we couldn't do it. Oh, I forgot to throw this in there. I'm doing a thematic thing by mistake. On Friday, I played the Dickies. I had a Dickies shirt. Today, I'm doing craft work. I got a craft work shirt. I didn't really plan it, but I don't know, kind of planned it. I don't know. All right, let's get back to what's important here. Let's get craft work out of here. So yeah, no 14-day streak. Is that what it was? 13 or 14? So ridiculous. Qs were down, about 1/4% today. Dow was flat. SPX down 1/4. IWM was actually up 0.5 percentage point. So if you look at today's action, nothing really of significance. But what is happening is we are starting the process of correcting through time and not price. Now, what's the difference? Correcting through price means price comes down to the moving averages. Correcting through time means the moving averages come up towards price. Price just levitates and waits for the moving averages to catch up. Now, this could all change tomorrow. We could get some crazy tweet or Truth Social post that would send us careening down here, but the best case scenario for us would be to go sideways for a few days, wait for the 8 to catch up. The ultra best case scenario, to be honest, would be if we went sideways for like 2 weeks maybe, waited for the 21 to catch up, and maybe had price come down into this area right above the old high, which would be support and resistance. I say that's the best case scenario because right now we're kind of in a weird spot. Let's take the action in HUT, for example. So HUT ripped faced from basically 50 to as high as 75 before reversing here and putting this topping tail candle. Normally, when you see a move like that, so fast, so hard, when you get a reversal bar like that, you say, okay, we need at least a couple weeks of rest. The problem is this is not a typical market. So we get 2 days where price tries to come in, buyers push it back up, tries to come in, buyers push it back up. Doesn't even get to the 8. In fact, if we want to represent this accurately, we got to take a look and see what it was like on that actual day. So let's look how far away we are from the 8. We didn't even get close to the 8. And then we continue the trend upwards. When you look at it here, it looks like the 8 was closer to that bar because price is pulling it up. It's pulling the average up, but we weren't anywhere near the 8. So we got names that are ripping face, taking a 2 to 3 day rest, and then continuing to rip face. Those are harder trades to get into. They're just psychologically harder to get into. So that's why I say it would be great to have 1 or 2 weeks of rest. All right, let's lean into today's headline, which was, what was it? Can you keep doing it? I get it. It's a double entendre. Look how clever I am. All right, so Poet is a name that we've been busy with for months now. But I posted recently in the trading room, I also posted it on Twitter that, look, Poet has gotten past a offering, past a short seller hit piece. And I said, if it can break back above this area, these pivots, this thing can really go. And today it really went. It was up 29% at one point, ended the day, I think 19%. And so what significance does that have? One of the hidden secrets about being successful at trading is you take lots of swings at the bat and you miss a lot. And that's okay. It's okay to miss a lot. Like you throw names out. You say, we got a good shot on this one, doesn't work out. Got a good shot on this one, doesn't work out. But you get some that really do work out. I think the reason why people are not, it's not as easy for people to be consistently profitable in the market is because they're afraid that they can't keep finding potential winners. So here's what happens. They get in their head somehow that this stock is going to be a winner. And it's usually somebody that doesn't have a process or isn't sure of their process or hasn't really come to terms with their process. And so someone on Twitter mentions it, or someone they know mentions it, or maybe I mention it in the Lund Loop training room, and they just go, okay, I'm going to fixate on this stock. And they get into the stock and it doesn't do what they think it's going to do. You know, like I put something in there, I said, this setup is perfect, and it fails and it doesn't trigger. But the person hangs on to it because they're afraid they can't find another winner. They can't keep doing it again and again and again. And that's the whole thing. This is a game of numbers. You keep finding good setups. You keep finding scenarios where the odds are in your favor. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. Keep doing it. You throw them out again and again and again. Lots of them are going to fail. Lots of them aren't going to work out. But the ones that do work out will more than overcompensate for the ones that didn't work out, as long as you practice good risk management. This is William O'Neill 101. This is how to make money in stocks. A very an amazing book that everyone should read. He talks about taking your money, dividing it among 4 different stocks. 3 of them, you put a stop in at 5 to 7%. Fail, fail, fail. But number 4 takes off and it rips 200% over the next 6 months. More than makes up for the ones that lose. I think people that can't let go of losers, people that have a hard time being consistent winners, are afraid they can't replicate the process again. They can't find the winners again. They don't have the framework to evaluate. We talked about this last week about what are the probabilities? You know, not yes, it's going to work. No, it's not going to work. But what probability can I reasonably assign to this setup that it's going to work? And then just being able to say, it didn't work. So this is what we do here all day long, all week long. I'm identifying names that I think have the best chance to move the most in the shortest amount of time. We're throwing them out there, Fail, goodbye. Fail, goodbye. But when they take off, when they rip face, that's all you need. You just need one of those every week, one of those every month, sometimes one of those every quarter, and you're going to come out profitable in the end. By the way, it's not just me. In the trading room, we have people all the time that are putting out great ideas. So this is an idea generation game. You just take those ideas, you play the ones you want, you cut them when they don't work, you ride the ones that do work. Lather, rinse, repeat. All right, let's go through let's do the whole smash, the whole stack. We'll do the indexes, we'll do the ETFs, and then we'll see what the changes are on the watch list.